Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for being here. If you've been here before, thank you for joining again. Today we're making something easy, pretty straightforward and pretty delicious, I must say. It's my easy and go-to recipe, my chicken spaghetti recipe. The first thing we need to do is cut our chicken in cubes, and then we're gonna just marinate this, or should I just say mix this up with salt and freshly cracked black pepper, and then we're just gonna let that sit while we're doing other stuff. I like this recipe really because I feel like I have everything for the recipe in my fridge, so it's just something that, I don't know what I'm having for dinner. Hey, spaghetti it is. Also because I really like spaghetti. And then we're gonna make our pepper blend, which is Roma tomatoes and red bell pepper, and we are gonna blend that roughly, not smooth but roughly. Usually I would roast that first to give it more intense flavor, but I'm not doing that today because, like I said, it was an easy recipe. And then we're gonna cook our pasta in a big pot of boiling water, salt and olive oil, generously, don't manage the salt, put a bit of salt in there. And now we're gonna start the recipe itself. So olive oil, chicken in there. That's the same chicken that was sitting while we're doing every other thing, and we're just gonna cook that up with basil and rosemary. I just feel like using herbs are like my new obsession, also because I have a little garden in front of my house where I have a plant of basil and rosemary, and why not use them? Also, like, rosemary and basil give like a good flavor with pasta, so I'm just putting a string or two of that in there, and then cooking my chicken like 75% cooked. I am gonna cook this until cooked, but we don't want to overcook it, also because I'm using chicken breast, which, as we all know, gets dry really fast. If it was chicken thighs, I wouldn't mind, but chicken breasts get dry really fast, so we're just gonna cook that for a little bit and then put that in a separate bowl. And now we are going to start the sauce. So it's gonna be another tablespoon of olive oil, my minced garlic, my chopped onions. I'm using sweet onions. For some reason, I always have sweet onions at home, so I'm using sweet onions again. And then I am gonna do a tablespoon of butter, unsalted butter. And then we're just gonna cook that in there, saute it for a little bit on medium to low heat, because we don't want to overcook it, because we're using butter. Butter can get brown really fast. We don't want it to get burnt or anything, so we're just gonna slowly cook that to try to kind of infuse the flavor and have fun with it. Now I'm gonna I cooked that for about 2-3 minutes. Now I'm gonna add my pepper mix, and then I'm gonna add my other spices that goes in there, which is my fresh French thyme. I said fresh. French thyme, a little bit of cayenne pepper for heat, because spice is life. Like, if you don't already know I like spice, you probably haven't been watching my video. Smoked paprika for color. More black pepper, because black pepper is life, especially when it's freshly cracked black pepper. We're gonna mix all that together, and then we're gonna cover and kind of simmer that for about 10 minutes on medium to low heat. Also, make sure that you're checking it up as often as possible, because if you're using a pan like I'm using, it could easily get burnt, and you don't want that. Now as you guys can see, that looks better. It looks like it's dried and it looks really nice. And now my pasta is cooking on the other side. I'm gonna cook my pasta until kind of al dente. I don't want it too soft. If you like your pasta soft, cook it as long as you want to. Now I'm gonna put back my chicken into the pan, and then I am gonna stir that into the sauce for a little bit. And let that kind of sit for about 2-3 minutes. Also, like I said before, I don't want to overcook my chicken because it gets dry and tough, and I do not like that. And now I'm going to toss in my fresh pasta. I kind of saved a little bit of water, pasta water, because I'm going to need that. I added some lemon juice, some pasta water, and then I mixed that up a little bit. Why I use pasta water, I don't know. But I feel like, I don't know, I didn't have broth, and I just thought pasta water is probably a better option. So I literally feel like I use pasta water in almost all my sauces, or all my sauce. If it's a pasta sauce, I usually would use pasta water instead of using water itself. I prefer to use pasta water because pasta water already has salt in it and olive oil, so that's just a preference. If you're Nigerian, trust me, you can have this for breakfast also. So now I kind of test my pasta to see if I have enough salt, enough seasoning, everything in there. And I needed a little bit more salt, so I added a little bit more salt and stir that all together, and then added more butter. Don't judge me, I just love butter. And truthfully, everything tastes better with butter. No, butter is not very good for you, but just tastes better with butter. So I'm gonna toss that in, cover it for a few minutes, and then add more butter. And then add more butter, turn my stove off, and then just kind of let that sit in there for about, a few minutes. This was so good, guys. It was so good. We finished. Don't judge us. Do not judge this video. It was so good. We finished it in one sitting. The plan was to have some for lunch that day and then eat the rest the next day. Didn't last that long. It was easy, straightforward. It's a go-to recipe for a family, for a lazy day, and it's delicious. So why not? Please, 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 if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure to do that. Like this video, share this video, comment on this video. Your support means a lot to me. I hope you guys stay safe and have a good day.